Pavayer has 40 years' experience serving the bakery and pastry business and is the oldest manufacturer of cyclotherm ovens. Its technical and sales organization is based on a national and international distribution network, customer-oriented in order to conserve its high reputation. Quality and service are vitally important to the management team. In the factory in Port-les-Valence in the south of France, Pavayer has 12,000 square meters of production shop and 7,000 square meters dedicated to customer logistics. State-of-the-art production tools such as a laser cutting machine make Pavayer flexible and highly responsive. Pavayer BVP are proud to present the latest addition to their product range, the modular rack oven, CRISTAL. The CRISTAL rack oven is easy to use, reliable, hygienic, safe and complies with all current standards. It can use 3 types of fuel: oil, gas and electricity. The rotating turntable is optional. Thanks to new technology, the CRISTAL oven, with its pre-built, pre-cabled elements and factory-tested, can be assembled quickly. The technique of cold double walls is extremely safe for users. The oven door is equipped with triple glazing, a peripheral seal and an ergonomic handle. It opens without effort and in 2 movements for safety reasons. The patented steam extraction system works hood-free. Geared rack rotation guarantees robustness and reliability. A choice of heating positions is possible on models FM1 and FM2. Prepare your working site carefully. The success of your installation and the customer satisfaction depend on it. Take into account the basic rules mentioned in the technical manual and particularly the reservations for connections. Always respect current safety standards. For safe deliveries wherever the destination, the oven is delivered in a wooden crate. Continuous control throughout production guarantees you a quality product. The technical manual supplied with the oven simplifies installation. So let's start with the FM2 model with burner. Place the oven floor where you need it. Orientate the reinforcement under the oven in the alignment of the door block. Coat the 4 angles with a hermetic sealing compound supplied. Position the 4 triangular seals and coat their top sides copiously. The electric version of the oven has 4 identical standard pillars. The model with heat exchanger has 2 standard pillars and 2 special pillars. Take care with their positioning and their orientation in relation to the positioning of the heating block. Read your manual. Assemble without tightening the nuts. Orientate the top. The motor should be on the door side. Withdraw the delivery chocks and place the oven top on its side. Prepare the top by coating the lower front of the 4 angle seals with hermetic compound. Hoist the top on the pillars with suitable tools. Remember that weight varies on models. Assemble without tightening on the pillars, straighten up and line up the seal sides. On the upper and lower sides of the pillar, on the seal sides, form a silicone bead. For the turntable, position the gearing plate on the prints. Position the drive shaft in the top position. Insert the spacer on the shaft. Install and tighten. Coat the peripheral braid of a panel with the hermetic compound. Use at least 1.5 to 2 cans. Apply a silicone bead in the alignment of the braid around the screws. Mark the lower part of the panel. Install this in the groove on the oven floor and check verticality. Assemble without tightening the nuts on the pillars and top. Prepare the seal sides of the door block as for the first panel. Position and set up without tightening the lock nuts. Place the electrical cabinet and set up the heating section. Take off the suction float board except on electrical versions. Prepare the seal sides, place and set up without tightening the nuts. Before closing the oven on the fuel gas versions, position the heat exchanger and, depending on the option, the turntable, Then open the door by unbolting the upper hook. Engage the upper frame of the turntable on the rack disc. Grease and locate the centering pin in the base. Set up the plate and the columns, position and set the lateral guides and tighten the structure. Prepare and position the final panel. Now, lock and tighten all the nuts on all the assembled parts of the oven. Line the top with glass wool. On the inside of the oven, apply a silicone bead around the bottom and apply 10 centimeters on the lower part on all vertical seals. Fit the lugless seals inside the heat exchanger . Install the flue float board, flanges and collars on the outside. Position, fit and tighten. Immobilize the lower part of the heat exchanger by engaging the guide pin in the positioning recess. Prepare both sides of the lower seal by coating them with silicone. Position the steam extractor on the inlet port flange with the motor to the left, oven seen from the back, and assemble. Connect the overflow tube under the extractor and link it to the lower drainage point. Line the angles with glass wool. Assemble by click-in on the panel side and by screws on the door unit side. Finalize top insulation. Place and fix the electrical cabinet with 6 nuts at the base. Stick an adhesive sponge seal to each side of the front panel. Take care, on electrical versions the electrical cabinet is attached later. Position at 40 mm from the base and add 3 insulating rings on the side of the heating blocks, fixed temporarily with a dome nut. Place and fix the back crossbars on the lateral housings of the heating block. Fill the back angles with glass wool. Take away the dome nut on the side of the heating block. Bolt the stainless steel strip to the plinth, fix with 3 dome nuts. Attach the steel top strip, fix with screws in the middle. Fill the front angles with glass wool. Connect the lighting and the door detection. Place and set with a play of 2 mm. Engage the panel side strip and screw in the other end. Repeat this operation for the left-hand side. Position the door sill plate and set the level. Screw the ends. Once the oven is in position, bolt the sill plate to the floor. Fit the overflow box and central suction float board and fix in place. Fit the left and right float boards and make sure that the blowing slots are evenly spaced. From the inside, hook in the steam boxes on the left and right pin racks. Screw the T-manifold on the inlet sleeve and connect the injector nozzles. From the outside, connect the water inlet to the solenoid valve. Fix the feeder hose. Place the flexible hoses between the steam extractor and the suction points in front of the door block. Seal with silicone and fix with clips. Using the plugs and sockets provided, connect up the extractor motor the solenoid valve the steam extractor motorized reduction gear clearance and the fan motors. Interconnect the front panel, the electric cabinet, the top components and, depending on the version, the heating elements. Take care. Distance the tables from the heating points by placing them in the cable paths on the top strips or in cold zones. Position the temperature safety sensor and insert the safety thermostat bulb to the same depth. Insert the fume safety probe in the gas outlet port. Connect the electrical circuit to the main switch. Close the door of the electrical cabinet. Install, fix and connect the burner to the electrical socket on the cabinet. For correct operation of the oven and to comply with European standards, Pavayer has selected and referenced Riello, Elco and QNO burners with official organizations. Check the rotational direction of the fans by pushing in switch key KM6. If incorrect, invert 2 phases on the main electrical power supply. Install the belt. Also check the rotation of the miniature steam extractor shaft motor. If this is incorrect, inverse the phases with the commutator. Set the play between the rotational disc and the rack suspension system at 3 to 5 centimeters. Attach the door lock spring and then the lift bar at the bottom. Set the cable stop with 15 mm play. Screw on the back housing. Assemble, place and fix the decorative strip with nuts and bolts. Take care when connecting all the different elements, water, gas or oil, steam, fumes, electricity and overflow as shown in the instructional manual and customer specifications. The control panel contains direct and delayed stop and start switches with or without steam, temperature control, steam production, electrical steam extraction, a buzzer at the end of baking, and an operating time counter. Check the manual for operating instructions. Product reliability depends on correct maintenance by the customer and regular technical servicing by the distributor or agent, for example through a maintenance contract. Take particular care to grease moving parts. The gears, the endless screw disc lifter, the thrust bearing and bronze bushes on the drive shaft. Do not forget to inspect and test the burner every year. Pavayer BVP's organization and repair part inventory guarantees excellent service and manufacturing quality replacement parts. Pavayer BVP's documents and technical services build customer loyalty and satisfaction. The crystal oven is now ready to operate and meet all user requirements.